Grand Rising, welcome, peace. My name is Soular Ray. This is another beautiful day. You know, I'm not really worried about my bags under my eyes right now because I've been doing this thing where I just get up and get going. You know, I just get up and start moving. I don't really want to wait. I'm so excited for every day of my life now. I'm so excited because every day I know what I'm doing. Every day I know what I want to do. Every day I get up, I already know what I'm going to do, regardless of what obstacles I may face that day, regardless of who or what kind of energies I may encounter this day. I know my frequency, and I really not just am an advocate for tapping into your purpose and vibrating in authenticity, you know, over love, but I'm more about emotional intelligence. And this is what I want to talk about, because I think that there's a confusion that emotional intelligence, it has something to do with controlling other people, or that emotional intelligence implies knowing other people, or none of those are true. And then there's also the concept that when someone has emotional intelligence, that, you know, they don't have emotions, or they're not emotional. I'm a Cancer moon. I am as emotional as they come. I'm a Cancer ascendant, Cancer moon. Now, the one thing that trumps the emotions, it's a funny word now, the emotions that do arrive, good, high vibrational emotions, low vibrational emotions, which can be gauged and labeled and categorized. The thing about them is that I'm not ruled by them. So I have them. I probably have them more intensely than even you do. Let's not compare, right? Let's not compare. I'm a 12th house sun, Pisces, water. I'm a 12th house Mercury, Pisces, water. Okay, I'm a Cancer moon. I'm a Cancer ascendant, water. I am a Scorpio Pluto, water. Scorpio North Node, water. So it's all water energies. If you want to know your chart, by the way, feel free to hit me up and book an astrological chart reading with me. I do exceptional readings. Like I surprise myself with every reading as well, because they're so organic, they're so real, and they're effective. They're so effective. So anyhow, all of this water in my chart means that not only am I already emotional, but I'm only going deeper into it. And one of the cooler things about it is that the water I'm going into is the deepest water. It's very deep water, and I'm used to it. 12th house is used to that void space, you know, the deep abyss. So in these places are all of the unseen things that we can understand about life. Okay, whereas Earth would be practical matter. That would be things, that would be objects, that would be the material realm. Okay, your non-emotional signs, your cutoff signs would be the earth signs and the air signs. So yes, I am a Gemini sun and a Gemini Mercury, but they're both in the 12th house of Pisces. I also have, yes, my moon is in the first house of Aries, but it is also in its rulership of Cancer and water. So my entire chart is balanced elementally when you look at it. And I'm one to tell you that being balanced and having balanced emotions, balanced thoughts, balanced actions, and balanced inspiration, balanced spirit, balanced practicality, what comes with this is all kind of different perspectives on who I am, what I'm doing, and why I'm doing it. Being so emotionally intelligent, I have to be able to realize what somebody else's feelings are, what my feelings are, and what the reality is. And the reality is, our feelings are real. I think it's crazy to make somebody feel crazy for having the perceptions that they have. Now, what you can do and what they can do is look at why they have the perceptions that they have. Now, this is emotionally intelligent. To know that if I'm afraid of a roller coaster, I don't need to blame people who make roller coasters, and I don't need to get mad at people who like them. I just need to understand that, okay, if I don't like roller coasters, maybe there's a fear or a trauma there. Maybe I saw Final Destination when I was too young, and now I'm worried about anything. Like, you know, maybe it was something, you know, it could be a trauma. It can be all kind of things. So this is also why you want to be careful when you judge others and when you try to pick apart other people's mentalities and psychology and emotions, because what you're going to have to do is actually get to know them. And it's going to be hard to do that if they don't even know themselves, if they're not even aware of the areas of their own trauma, which is most people. So most people are subconsciously programmed and don't realize the program, and it's running 95% of their lives. The 5% is usually what they want to do, what they want to become, where they want to go. Whereas the 95% is what they're programmed to do, where they're programmed to go, how they're programmed to think. So you can want better for somebody, but you're going to have to realize that for them to have better, there's going to have to be a level of deprogramming. If you might want better for yourself, there's going to be a level of deprogramming that will have to happen in order to reprogram. And yes, you can deprogram and reprogram at the same time. You can remove, for example, waking up every day and just sitting there. I used to do this. I used to wake up and I used to just lay there, and I mean, like, for hours, just out of depression, just like, man, like, nothing seems to be working. This person is against me, that person is trying to hold me back all the time. And I used to do that, and what it would do is it would have me just sitting in bed, having my purpose right in front of me, not wanting to do it, you know, having all these blessings, being surrounded by all these beautiful things and some really good people in my life too. And for whatever reason, I ignore all of those, and I won't see any of those because I can only see, you know, the things that I perceive to be attacking me or holding me back. That's all emotional. It's all emotional. It's not even like mental, because if I would think about it, I'm good. If I think about it, I'm blessed. If I go into the air, I'm actually good, yeah. But if I go into the water, then you have to do this with a little bit of sacredness. You don't want to be like, well, these are my emotions, this is what I'm feeling, and this is what it is. You want to know why. You can feel all of the pain. You're allowed to feel all of the anger, all of the rage, all of the sadness, all of the hurt. You are allowed to feel all of it. But what you don't want to do is let it run you. You can feel these things and still choose to do something righteous. And I'm like this. I feel all kind of things, but I've learned in life to not project my feelings on the people. So sometimes people don't even get the chance to know how I'm feeling because I've already dealt with it. People don't even get the chance. By the time I'm dealing with other people, I find myself being very neutral. And I've learned that this neutrality is a level up. The neutrality that I've gained is a level up. It's not that I don't care. It's that I am aware of what I need to do. And I'm aware of my purpose, and I'm aware of reality of what things are, and I'm grateful for everything. So this high level of awareness, right, allows me to see the beauty in all things. I don't look at the sun and be like, dang, it's hot and bright. I'd be all like, sun doing what it's supposed to do. I'm grateful that we have it, so I can have oxygen from the trees, and you know, my hormones can be balanced from the circadian rhythm, and I could say all kind of cool things to benefit that. Or I could look at it in a way that's I'm maybe currently frustrated and everything around me is a problem. That's not cool, and that's not good to do, because you end up becoming the emitter of those low vibrational emotions. You can have them and you can feel them, but you actually don't have to emit them. You know, you don't have to. You can have and feel toxic things and know your toxic patterns and know your traumas and know your pains. You can be that way and still not project it onto everyone around you. Still not project it out into the world. You see, someone who can feel those things and those things, I mean, unless they want to feel them and unless they want to stay like that, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're going to have to push through it. You're not wrong and you're not bad. The more sensitive you are, actually, the better off you are, because that means the more you can feel. But with great power comes great responsibility, because if you're not aware of your traumas, the things that you think you're feeling from other people, or the things that you think you're feeling from the environment, they could merely be a perception. So we got to do the healing and the work on ourselves before we start trying to parade around here like we're healed people, like we're spiritual people. Most people that I know that are spiritual are exceptionally emotionally distraught. And I have been one of those people. I have been very emotionally distraught. And I actually used to project that. I used to wake up and move. No. What do you want now? You just want to attack me again. I used to be like that. Now I don't. I realize that when people are actually doing me wrong, or people are actually, they on a bad vibe. Imagine you wake up one day and you walk into the office. You got ready. You woke up. You had a great vibe. You're playing your music. You know, you got nice and dressed. You did this. You feeling great. And then you get to the office and you encounter the first person and they're not doing great. They were late. They crashed their car. Somebody broke up with them. This and that. And you run into them, and yeah, they're emotionally distraught. But because they may not have emotional intelligence, the way that they treat you that day, you may just take personal if you don't know what's going on. And majority of the time, we won't know what's going on in people's lives. So we have to have grace when we see pain in people's face. When they come at you crazy, angry, sad, mad, that's pain, bro. And you gotta have grace for that and realize that you may not know what's really going on, and it may have nothing to do with you. All these violent acts and all these things that happen out in public, it'd be a buildup of what people are going through in their day-to-day lives. It don't always be like, I'm gonna go to the club today and shoot somebody. It gotta happen. Like, no, that's not what has happened. What has happened was people would get very emotionally distraught from many different things and not know how to deal with it, not have anyone to talk to, and they feel like they got to take matters into their own hands. And that right there is very dangerous. And I advise everyone to be very careful when it comes to assumptions. When it comes to assumptions and emotions, that is a very volatile mix. All right. So when you're dealing with this person, have that grace and have that understanding. Do what you can to protect your energy. But if you want to show up for them, you know, just give the good vibe. Continue to give the good vibe. Even if they choose to continue to say negative and they seem to reject it and all that, it's not your job. It is not your job to control other people's frequencies. All right? There's all kind of devices and tools that are doing that to manipulate people into lower frequencies, technologies, and things like that nature. But at the end of the day, people are the highest tech on this planet. And all technology that is developed is imitating nature. All right? You are a very special type of being on this planet. You are a very special type of animal, very special type of creature, okay? I want you to know that. I can go into those details. However, I really want to wrap this video up and let you guys know that emotional intelligence doesn't mean becoming a dry wall of no emotions. It means mastering the emotions that you do have, understanding them, feeling them, knowing where they come from, and then knowing what you're putting out. It's an awareness of self. Emotional intelligence isn't an awareness of other people or other things. It's an awareness of self. And that allows you to not be distracted and not have distorted, filtered lens when looking at the world, so you can see the world for what it is rather than you projecting your shadows onto the world or onto people. Man, this person ain't doing that. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this person. It's not them. It's not them. It's you. And it's how you're perceiving things. And I'm always going to put the ball back in your court because I want you to have the power. I don't want it to be like, nah, you good. They tripping. They bugging out. Yeah, they tripping. And I could do that. But even then, I'll be talking to those people. I'll be like, yeah, but look at what you're focused on. Yeah, that person's doing you wrong and this and right. And that is obvious. And that is evident. That's true. But look at you. You're letting it affect your mood. You're letting it affect your groove. You're no longer manifesting and focusing on what you dream about and what you love, because all of your energy is going into worrying about how this person is doing you wrong, when all of that energy can be going towards turning that reality into something that you do want. You'll be amazed at what you can do when you control your own emotions. All right? Life is still going to come at you. Things are still going to happen in life. I never said that it gets easy or there's never going to have any emotions or any bad emotions when you have emotional intelligence. What I'm telling you is that you have an awareness of yourself to know where they come from and to know that if you want to embody that frequency and if you want to emit that frequency. All right? We all talk about getting rich. We all talk about abundance. We all talk about love and having these partners. But most of us are toxic to ourselves. And most of us are breaking ourselves. So until we fix those things, can we expect to see a completely different reality with the changes that we desire and that we wish for? We got to walk in our purpose. And when you walk in your purpose, you can be like me. Well, I get up. I don't even care how I look anymore. I just get up and I go. I just get up. I brush my teeth. I put my shoes on. I put my clothes on. I'll put the hat on because I'm not about to do my hair because I'm getting up. I'm about to get to it. You know, I'm going to take this walk. I'm going to do my video for YouTube so I could help and inspire and make sense of my gifts. You know, I could have been doing this, but I've spent years and years in turmoil. I spent years and years worrying about what other people thought, trying to take care of other people, trying to fix other people and their emotions. I realized that my journey to success is a lonely one. And I'm okay with that because I have a Leo North Node. It's my purpose. That may not be for you. Your journey may be to bond with other people. My journey, quite literally, is to learn how to bond with other people and understand psychology to its depths. But it's really, in Leo, 5th house, to be the star. To get on the stage and shine. To share what I have gone through and who I am with the world from me. Not to put on a uniform and then fall back into the mix. Like, I'm meant to stand out. You know, I'm meant to stand up. I'm meant to be like the sun and shine and glow. That's what my energies are. So I've always been like that and other people could see that. But me, I've always struggled with it. Me, they would never know because they're like, you're awesome. You're lit. You're so talented. Like, wow, how are you not rich? How are you not super famous already? Because I'm just like you, just like anyone else. I've had to develop character qualities. I had to develop values. I had to develop myself in this life first. So that when I do perform and when I do shine, I can give you something quality. Okay? So my focus in life is to love people how I want to be loved, to treat people how I want to be treated, to give what I want to give, do what I want to do. And that is just an understanding of purpose and an understanding that all things are allowed and you're allowed to be yourself without my judgment. One thing I'm not going to do is when somebody treats me wrong or somebody treats me in a bad way or I perceive to be a bad way, I'm not going to go back and do it right back to them because now I've embodied what I consider to be a low frequency. What sense does that make? That's toxic. And a lot of people feel like it's their job to get retribution on people, to enact karma on people and be the deliverer, the judge, jury, and executioner of other people's karma. Like, no. And let me say this to top it off. Somebody else getting their karma for their frequencies and their low vibe frequencies that they're on does not mean that you're doing what you're supposed to do. So don't become self-righteous because people have what they got coming to them. All right? You can only be self-righteous when you're being righteous, when you're doing the right thing, when you're actually aware of the frequencies, the emotions that are aligned to them. You have heart and brain coherence. You're aware, you're clear, you're here. Okay? Self-mastery isn't just seen and felt and understood, it's experienced. And it's for you. You're not mastering yourself to be cool and to get clients and to have friends and this and money. No, self-mastery is for your own well-being and your own protection. Self-mastery is for your own experience to upgrade the quality of your own life. Has nothing to do. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Good. It has nothing to do with running the world, ruling the world, controlling people or anything. It has everything to do with controlling the energy that's available to you. And that starts where? Hermetic principle number 1, all is mental. So it's going to start in your mind. It's going to start at your mental. And that is your powerhouse. That is your command center to the universe. And that is the one place that you do have control. That is the one place that you do have power. And I recommend that if you want to make a change in your life, you want to change the world, go into the command center. Go reprogram your DNA. Go into each nucleus. Go to your DNA. Reprogram your subconscious mind. That runs 95% of your life. Go into your own conscious, subconscious mind. Go into your own command center and start manipulating energy in a different way. Manipulation has a bad connotation. All it means is to have masterful control of something. Okay? Okay. Hey, Soular Moray, like, share, subscribe to this video. You guys can look up my music as per usual. More coming all the time. SOULARAMORREY. Any platform, you should find my music on there, and it is high vibrational music. Feel free to book a reading with me. Feel free to book an astrology reading with me to lock into your purpose or learn about your energies. And if you want to do synastries and get into relationships and get into your children and stuff, I do recommend you start with yourself first. No, I don't do readings for people other than the ones I get permission for. It's a cosmic thing. So anyway, like, share, subscribe. Love you guys. I'll see you next time. Hold it down, but keep it up. Peace.